Hello everyone, welcome to Dodls Live. My name is Claudia, and if it is your first time joining us, we come on Instagram Live every single day and give you guys a tutorial on how to use Dodls, the new animation app. If you aren't familiar with Dodls, Dodls makes it fun, fast, and easy for you to draw, animate, and share what you create with your friends. If you guys have any questions about Dodls before we get started or while we're going live and going through this tutorial, please let us know. Comment, and myself or Erica, who's on camera today, will try our best to answer those for you. Up in the Instagram story this morning, we asked if your favorite scenery is going to a big city or driving around in the country, and it was pretty close, but 52% of you said that you like going to the city better. So I started making a dodl that reflects that, and I'm planning on showing you guys how you can use your background, your landscape, and make motion with that to make it look like an item is going somewhere else. You'll see what I mean in a minute. If you start watching this tutorial and you're like, oh my gosh, I need Dodls on my phone right now, you can go to the link in my bio, follow that, fill out 5 easy questions, and then within about 48 hours, you'll receive access to get Dodls on your phone or tablet. Whether you have iOS or Android, doesn't matter, you will be able to use Dodls. So, all right, if there aren't any questions right away, let's get started. So this is what I have so far. I'm going to show you guys what I'm planning on doing with the tires. I'm going to make those spin on the taxi cab. And then what I'm going to do is use this background and animate it. I have more that's back there to show you guys, like the taxi cab is driving through the city. So what I'm going to do real quick is zoom out a little bit. I'm going to click on that tire and I click on the lightning bolt in the upper right hand corner. And then I'm going to click rotate to animate it. Does the tire go forward or backwards when you start driving forward? Forward, right? I think. I don't know.
That looks right.
Alright, so we have that. If we play that, now we see the tire moving. And what I'm going to do, because I want that same animation on a second tire, I'm going to exit the rocket for animating, click on that tire, copy it, and put that over here. It should have the same amount of motion. Yep. So if we see that, the tires move at the same time, which is what we want them to do. So we now have that motion. If you guys have any questions about how I did that, let me know. To copy an item, you just select it, click the 3 dots in the lower right hand corner, and then push copy right here. Alright, so now that we have our taxi cab and we have our tires moving, I'm going to play that one more time to make sure I know what I'm doing. They go, and then they go again, and then they stop. So what I'm going to do is click on this background right here, and click the lightning bolts, and I'm going to move this. Oh gosh. I'm going to drag it. Zzz, zzz. I should probably make that farther. Also, sound effects are always necessary. Ignore me. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do is, I'm going to click on this item, click on this little tab right here, then I'm going to loop it twice. So it's twice as long now. And then I'm going to do that at the same time with this tire.
Someone just joining asked, what app is this?
So this is the Dodls app. Dodls is a new animation app which makes it fun, fast, and easy for you to draw, animate, and share what you create with your friends. So all of this is something that I have built within this app. I either built with shapes or I drew it myself. So if you like illustration, drawing, cartooning, or animation by itself, Dodls is a good app for you to do that with. So I selected this tire, and what I'm going to do is loop it twice, so it's twice as long now, which is good with me. And then I'm actually going to go and I'm going to let's see if I can loop this too, if it'll go twice as far. Let's see. We're going to experiment. Yeah, it does. Woohoo! All right, so it went a little farther than what I wanted it to. So I'm going to redraw this path for this item. So we're going to go zzz, 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 zzz. And let's see if we can, I'll probably want to make that shorter, because if we loop it, I think it'll go too far. Let's find out. We're on an adventure together today, guys. So we've got our taxi cab going. That's actually pretty perfect. I just need to put a storefront over here. But because I just moved the background, it makes it look like the taxi itself is moving, when in reality it's just the tires are rotating and the background is moving. So I'm just going to do this one more time. Oh no. See, it lifted up, so I have to be a little more careful with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to loop that so we have twice as long. We'll see what it looks like. If you've ever been in a big city in a taxi, apparently they slam on their brakes all the time. So I feel like that's pretty accurate. We would just need some other cars going around there. And that's pretty good. I will probably play around with that a little bit just so you guys can see the entire donut shop that I built. And I actually put one street right here. This stays stationary as well, so it's just this background moving, so that it looks like there's a whole world out there. I make this little donut shop called Doughy's. Yay! All right, but that's what I have for you guys. For those of you in a cityscape, I could, in theory, have a car that's here and have it move down. It'll appear like it's shrinking just because of the way the street is angled, so that when this moves here, it starts moving there. So that's something that I could add to this animation. I could also add another storefront. If there's something you guys think should go right here, let me know in the comments. That animation is amazing for a phone drawing. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yeah, the nice thing about our app is that you can zoom in pretty far and you can zoom out pretty far. So you can get really detailed with the work that you do. Like there are sprinkles on the donut. I wrote the word wow and Doughy's and pizza all with my finger or with my stylus. These were just shapes that were built so that they all look really clean. Made the open sign, and I tried to make it look like it was glowing. It didn't really work, but it still looks kind of fun. And it's really, you guys know that I love to use shapes, but I also like to draw things. But I liked using the shapes so that I could create this effect that street is going down that way. And this is one of the tires I was gonna make. Yeah. But I didn't end up using that one. So are there any stores you guys think I should put on the right hand side, so if it goes too far we have one over here? Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. All right, doesn't look like there are any suggestions on storefronts right now. Yeah, but as far as making the taxi, I built all of it with shapes except for the word taxi up top. So to build the body, I used a square right here, and then I added some other squares. We do have the rounding effect. I don't know that I've ever showed that to you guys. So at a shopping market, you got it. Thanks for the suggestion. I will add that. But when we have a rounding effect on our shapes. So if you go to your shapes, and let's say we want to make a square, it shows up in black right away. I'll make it in white just so you guys can really clearly see what I'm doing with that. But then if you click on this 2 sliding menus right here, it brings up rounding. And if you watch the corners, I bring it pretty far so that it's really round, but the corners of the square start to round out. I don't know if you guys can see that. What I'll do is I'll put it back and then I'll zoom in on it so you guys can see. All right, so we've got this here. We're gonna click on the item and click edit, and then we go down to the sliding menu, and then if you watch the corners, they start to round. If you can see over by the pizza or by the door, they start to round pretty well. So that's our rounding tool. If you ever want a square or a triangle that has those rounded edges, you can totally use that tool. I really like that because it makes things a lot softer, especially when you're working with like people's features. So that's our rounding tool. I built these with squares and some other shapes that we have. This one's really nice because it starts out as a hexagon. Yes. Oh, let's see. It actually shows up as a pentagon first. But then if you click edit, you can go to that same sliding menu, but this one has an extra bar and it's for corners. So I can add some more edges. Now it's a hexagon. And then I don't know the names of the other ones as it gets bigger. It's been a long time since I took geometry. But it's nice because suddenly you can make something that was really pointy become almost a perfect circle by adding more edges to it. And you can still round these edges as well if you watch that happen. You can still round that, which is really nice. I don't need that shape, so I'm going to go in and delete that using our trash bin. All right, do you guys have any more questions or suggestions for my cityscape scene today?
We got some more up here.
We got some more
thrift store, art store.
Art store. Okay, very cool. I like those suggestions. Yeah, I will add like a thrift or clothing store, I think, as someone said, and I can go back and see these comments as well and make some more of those stores, because this could be a really long animation. And I think what I want to do with you guys maybe tomorrow is show you how you can stitch together two different dodls to start to begin to tell a story. So right now we don't have like the capability to like pivot this taxi and have it turn down a street, but what I might do is create a second part of this, like create a second shop where you can turn and then show an animation where the taxi cab is facing this way and goes that way. So yeah, we're starting to make some more storytelling dodls by stitching them together. So if you guys are interested in that, please let me know and I can do a tutorial on that as well. And I can put an example up in the story if that's something you guys are interested in, because I know a lot of you are more familiar with frame by frame animation where you're able to do that kind of storytelling, and Dodles is developing so that you can do that, but we just take a few extra steps right now in order to make that happen. That would be cool. Awesome. I will start planning that out, and it might not be tomorrow, but it'll probably be next week when I go in and show you guys how to do some more storytelling. Actually, I'll show you another dodl that I was working on and see how you guys like this. So what I did, I had used a different app over the video that I took of this, the screen recording, and I put some text in here. So that's something that I can teach you guys how to do as well. Zeb! He does it every time. Sorry, people of Instagram Live. Zeb really likes to scare me, so we might have to do like a scare count on our Instagram story. See how many times this year before Halloween that Zeb scares us. All right, well, I used a different app to put some text on here. You obviously could write this here, but I put some text there. And then if you push play, I made it look like one of those text stories, if you guys have that on Snapchat. I just put the initials of my best friend. And what I originally had it read was, do you want to go see a movie or something like that, that he would buy pizza. And we have that text bubble pop up. So this is a little bit of storytelling that you can do if that's something you want to try. I wonder if you can animate frame by frame. So we don't use frame by frame animation with Dodles. We use fingertip animation where all the animating is behind the scenes. If you're more of a hardcore series animator, you can use Dodles as a way to rough draft the things that you have in mind before you do that frame by frame process. By us making the animations happen in the background, it speeds up the process for people who aren't super into that animation, those animating steps. It makes it a little bit quicker and a little bit easier for the everyday person to use. But thanks for your input. We appreciate that. All right, I'll play that one again. Sorry. Would say, hey, do you want to see the new superhero movie tonight? I heard it's good. Also, I will buy pizza. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that. That's so great. And then the typing things, and then a box that comes up with like a smiley face pizza emoji. So you're able to start doing some storytelling in a short clip like this, but with the Cityscape one that I showed you guys, what you could do is show this clip of the taxi cab going past the stores and stopping and stuff like that. And then in another clip, you could have a door opening and a person running out into the street, or the sign falling off the donut thing. Like, there are ways to start telling little stories within Dodles. So awesome. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for interacting with us today. Do you guys have any last minute questions for me about today's tutorial? I went over the rounding tool and also adding corners to Pentagon. And then I talked a little bit about using Dodles for telling stories. On Tuesday, I talked about using, or Monday, on Monday, I talked about how you can use Dodles to make advertisements. And today it's Today I talked a little bit about storyboarding, so there are a lot of uses for the animations that you can create within Dodles. And we want to hear any suggestions that you guys have on ways that you are using Dodles in beta right now. All right, it doesn't look like you guys have any questions for me, so thank you so much for joining Erica and I today. We had a lot of fun. If you want to get signed up for Dodles right now, you can go to the link in my bio, fill out 5 easy questions, and then within about 48 hours, you'll receive an email getting you access to the app in beta. You guys are having access to the app and getting to play around with it before anyone else does because we're not in the App Store right now. I know that does make it a little bit more of a process to get the app, but I promise you guys it's worth it. I have so much fun making these Dodles. A lot of you guys have said you love the app, so if you're interested in all, I would definitely suggest following that link and signing up today and getting more practice in Dodles, because we do have more features that are coming, you guys, and once you master the tools that we have now and we get those new features, there's so much more that you'll be able to do, and you'll already have a leg up on people who are just joining at that point. So don't wait for those new features, you guys. Get that app in beta right now and start working in it so you guys are the most advanced Dodlers that we know. If you guys have questions, issues, comments, concerns, especially with signing up for beta, please let us know. Shoot us a DM. Let us know the problems that you're experiencing, and we want to be able to help you with that. Also, if you have or negative feedback about the app, shoot us a DM, shoot us an email, let us know, because we want to know what you guys think of the app in beta right now. Thanks again for joining us, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!